It's the future.
Guest starring Bitcoin. That's the one. Sold.
Probably get probably get views. Shit.
Probably. Fuck. Way
Timothy
crypto's going?
Oliphant got views. Like
Yeah.
that's
Like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Camera's looking at things it's not supposed to look at. Don't. There we go.
oh my
There we go.
gosh.
Hey, it's a me. It's a me.
Oh man. Yeah.
So I played a lot of Minecraft this week.
I see that as you delayed our recording time.
Hey, just because I was up till 3 a.m. playing Minecraft with my friends.
So is that like your new the new jam, Minecraft?
I just, like, a buddy of mine was like, hey, I'm thinking about, if there's interest, I'm thinking about just buying a realm. And there was interest, so he bought a realm. So we've all been working on that. We're working on a structure we're calling Farmageddon.
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 Nice.
Well, like a friend who's just like, oh yeah, like we all just kind of hopped in and like claimed our little spots. Like I have my little cave off the side of the mine shaft, and I've established that my role in the group is I'm the dwarf.
Oh, nice.
Because
Oh,
I'll
okay,
just
so you
I'll
guys are
just
going.
go and like we're not doing like D&D stuff. It's just I'm I'm the one who actually enjoys mining.
There you go.
So like there's a not small amount of time that I've spent in the last week or so just strip mining for resources. So like my friend was like, "Oh yeah, no, I saw you're like down in the mines and doing stuff," and I was like, "Yeah, no, I've got 31 blocks of iron," and he's like, "Wait, what?"
Holy shit,
Wait,
dude. It's a
and
lot of
he's
iron.
like, "Blocks, yeah, blocks, 31 blocks of iron." I have like
Wow.
3 full stacks of coal, 4 full stacks of redstone, a almost full stack of blocks of lapis lazuli. Or no, I do have a
Jeez.
full stack of blocks of lapis.
Man. Just yeah, you're
I'm
set
just
up the
going at it, man.
mines of Moria over
You
here, just
yeah,
going to town.
going nuts. And I'm just like, yeah, no, like you need resources. I got you, man. We've been working on creating an automated farm, which
Oh wow.
requires forceful hiring of villagers. We turned a we
Oh
like
yeah.
we spawned in a the spawn happened to be a really like it's my favorite seed I've ever played on in a Minecraft server, and it spawned us on an island,
Oh,
like a
I think you told me
like a
that. Yeah.
good sized island that has enough like had enough resources for us to just kind of do whatever. Like I was mining at bedrock level, so I'm able to just go.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
then I'm still like occasionally being encroached on by the ocean because we spawned in the deep ocean biome. So fuck yeah.
Nice.
So we're
Nice.
surrounded. We've like we went exploring last night and we came across 2 underwater ruins that none of us had explored.
That's cool. Pretty awesome.
Some good shit. So, but my friend had just died to a a desert temple trap.
Oh.
So it's
Oh.
like he was being super careful because he knows that these desert temples have traps, and he was going for the last chest. And as he's walking towards it, he accidentally hit the pressure plate, triggering the trap.
Ooh.
And he's like, "Okay, 1 block of dynamite. It's fine. Run, run, run." It blows. It drops him off the stairs he was climbing up, and he sees 9 more blocks of dynamite that just lit up.
Oh no. That's awesome.
He's like,
What a way to go.
and it was like I had gone AFK, and I came back right as I hear him go, "Oh shit." And I was like, "Uh-oh, did you die?" And he's like, "Yeah, I died really bad."
That's awesome.
It was
I
it
mean,
was
it's
pretty
terrible he
it was
died,
it was horrible, but in the
what a way. What a way
right
to go.
so in our spawn we ended up just in this series of islands within a good 5 minute walking or boating distance. There's a bunch of just small islands around for us to kind of go. So we've got one that's a little bit further out that we've gone, and we're just like, that's our resource pit. We literally call it the pit.
The pit. Nice.
And then in between that and our main island, we actually just made an island, a village.
Nice.
So I don't know exactly how my friend did it, but he managed to get just a thriving village on this island, and it works. And so what we were doing was we were going and we were basically forcing the villagers to create a baby.
Yep.
And so we made sure that everybody had a bed and was accounted for. Then we put one bed down, fed 2 farmers. They shared, made a baby. The baby goes to, and we made sure that this spare bed could only be gotten to by a baby.
Yeah.
So the baby comes, gets into the bed, and on top of the bed, we have a boat. Or, like, next to the bed, we have a boat. So when the villager baby wakes up, he gets in the boat immediately. And then we just hop in the boat and swim away.
So you're stealing kids.
We are literally kidnapping children. And then we take it up, and we literally have, like, we call it the wart on the side of Farmageddon. Because it's just, we created an island that's just going to go up.
Oh my god.
It's 3 floors tall now. But we've only really fleshed out, like, the middle floor. Mm-hmm. And our so we have the wart on the side, and what that does is it I'm peeking a little bit, sorry. Cool. No technical difficulty so far.
Wait, are you talking? What's
Fuck
happening?
Off. Shut up. So like that little wart is basically a dry dock that we can swim up into, drive the boat into, block off. And then it has a rail system that goes up into the proper farm level, and then we just take the rails into the we had already established one. So basically what you do is you get a square plot of land, cut it into 4, and then each quadrant has a villager, and in the center there's another villager. And then like all around it you have like water going to make sure all the crops are watered and everything, and then you just have all of the plots established. You know, you have it all with the hoe and everything to get it to work.
Yeah.
And then they all go and they collect their crops. And then when their inventory gets full, they go to the guy in the middle. And the guy in the middle, because he's not collecting anything, he's also not eating anything. So he's considered a starving villager.
Okay.
So they all go and try and feed the starving villager. Well, he's on a hopper. He's standing on a hopper. And if you're and the way they feed him is they literally just drop food.
But so that goes in the hopper.
But the hopper takes precedence.
Yes.
So it just we set it up and we got it working, and within 24 hours we had a full chest of crops. Completely full. Completely full. And then we ended up so the way it's set up is it's a hopper, a barrel, another hopper, and then a barrel. That whole system was full. Wow. So the hopper itself, each hopper is 5 slots, and then the barrel, which is just a chest. So there's a full whack of inventory, and then another barrel, which is a full whack of inventory. We ended up filling 2 double chests with just carrots.
Jeez, dude, that's Minecraft. It is a place.
And then
where
so
happen.
we're creating a second auto farm.
Yeah.
And we tried, so like the last hour and a half of me playing last night was us trying to like create the perfect conditions so the villagers we had would just breed and make a baby. But like we get to the end of it, they still hadn't done it because things weren't just right. They still hadn't done it, and I was like, if we had just gone and tried to kidnap more villagers, we'd be done by now. And like my friend was like, "Yeah, no, the conclusion here is this was just a failed experiment."
Yeah, I feel child trafficking was working.
It really was, and
why not stick with it?
We had also figured out an auto melon farm, which was pretty dope.
That's pretty cool.
So you create. I'm trying to think of the exact layout here because I wasn't the one who built it. So you create a layout of four rows in any odd number pattern, and then you have pistons directly above that are attached to observers.
Okay.
And you know how observers work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty. And then every block is on top of hoppers.
Okay.
So when the observer sees that a melon or pumpkin has grown, it triggers the pistons to just push it down, which pops it off the vine. It falls, gets grabbed by the hopper, and fed down below.
Dude, I swear that game is. It's just one. What's that? Was it Rube Goldberg machine? That's kind of what.
It really gets to that point once you get into it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
It's insane.
we're gonna build a mob farm in there. We're gonna build a tree farm. Like I've just established myself as like, you need stuff, I'll get you stuff. You need building, I'll do building. Like I'm not the mastermind here. I just do
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That was. I mean, that was kind of my whole role in Rust. When I played that heavy, it was like, you guys want me to go fucking just plow down this rainforest? You want this wood? Let's fucking do this.
Right.
So you guys need me to go mine rocks and shit? Let's do this.
We ended up
But
harvesting a bunch of bees, or we found a couple. We set we have our tree farm. Obviously, that's outside, not in
right.
Farmageddon. How dare we? But we have our tree farm, and that's where it is. And I guess if you have flowers planted within 2 blocks of any tree, it has the potential to spawn a beehive. But you need Silk Touch to collect a beehive.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, bad things happen.
Right. You also need to make sure you light a fire under the beehive so that the bees are docile with the smoke, so they don't attack you
Yes.
when you try and collect.
Just like real life.
Right? When you whack it with a pickaxe until it breaks.
Not like real life. I would suggest not doing that. Actually, that bee thing reminds me of that beekeeper that people keep posting on Reddit.
Which one? I'm concerned
She's some sort of beekeeper, but she's like, she doesn't wear a suit, and she's all just straight up like handles everything.
now. I mean,
like
as long as you're
super
super gentle about it.
super calm and like gentle, and it's kind of crazy
Yeah.
in a way.
As long as you're
'cause,
not presenting yourself as any major threat.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Interesting. I haven't
but-
seen any of that.
Oh, really? I don't remember what subreddit it was on. Might have been one of them might have been on Next Fucking Level. I don't know, but I know.
I'm not.
I
on
think
that
I think she either TikToks these videos out or has like an Instagram where she uploads these videos or something, and just kind of goes like a quick over, like, here's what we're doing today. We're removing this beehive, and it just like starts to like just handle the bees and stuff, like no big deal.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
mean,
okay.
I'm all about loving the bees. Bees are great. More bees.
Oh, yeah,
More bees,
bees.
please.
Yeah, the bee's knees. Yeah, bees
was-
are good.
Bees are great. Bees are fantastic.
Yeah.
More bees.
All the bees. Yeah. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I have nothing to really give this podcast today as far as
Really? I
There's
guess
really-
there was. I guess there was
there's
some.
nothing really going on.
I guess
I
there
don't
were
know.
some leaks for the benchmark leaks for the 6900 XT, and it's like, as expected, it trades blows with the 3090
Yeah. Jay's 2 cents almost overclocked a XFX card to like 2.8 gigahertz.
for
One
one
of
of
the
the.
6800 XTs.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently they overclocked really well. They did. AMD didn't pull an NVIDIA and be like, "Oh, by the way, reference cards are the best cards. Don't bother with AIBs."
Yeah, with
So,
the XFX, that's AIB board partner.
yeah.
Keep it up.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yeah.
More-
I mean, and they greenlit board partners to do 6900 XTs as well.
Oh,
Because
sweet.
those were just going to be
Those were going to be
AMD.
just reference.
Just just reference AMD, but I guess they greenlit that for board partners.
Nice.
So
It'll be another
yeah,
thing that I can't wait to maybe think about buying in June.
2022.
Right.
Yeah. What I think people are speculating probably Q2 next year,
Yeah. Oh,
realistically.
easy. It's. I mean, I don't even consider looking at prices for any new PC
No.
hardware that comes out until we reach that point. Like
Yeah.
until that
Yeah.
time, just availability, prices start dropping at that point. Like, it's just that's just what makes sense to me.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's yeah. I don't know if it's due to the pandemic or just
It's got to be a
the fact.
they have said that a lot of supply issues are because of, at least Nvidia has come out saying a lot of the supply issues are because they're not able to get what they need from their
Yeah.
manufacturers
But
to
I mean,
to manufacture the chip.
they're also using Samsung. So I don't know. I feel like just everybody wants a piece of TSMC's fabs right now, and they're
Oh
like, guys,
yeah,
we
and that's
we are like overloaded right now. Like,
exactly.
just
And
wait in line.
I think that's part of the problem is whatever
Yeah,
TSMC needs to get their shit in order just ain't doing it.
yeah. I think they have a new fab opening soon. So
That would be helpful.
yeah, um, dude, man, dude. Between we opened with Bitcoin, and between Bitcoin and some of these companies right now, I'm just like, what the fuck, man. I made so many investments that I pulled out of. Um,
You're still kicking
let's see.
yourself for not buying AMD stock.
Oh, 100%. When it was down to like $1.67 or whatever. Oh my God, that would have been so amazing
Throw
right now.
$50 at that. Shit, that'll blow up.
Jeez. I mean, that was ridiculous. And then no, I bought the massive dip that happened in March, but I was like, things started going up and I was like, oh, it's not going to fall farther. Like I was hoping for another big fall. That's what I was waiting for. And it didn't happen. So I was like, fuck it. I don't want to sit on any of this crap. Of course, everything that I had is
Is now
now
way
like,
higher than it was when
yeah,
you sold. But that's
what
the nature of the beast.
I know it's the nature of the beast, but it's also just the nature of me just being like, I don't want to keep money in here. It just seems stupid. So I don't know. It's one of those things where I need to stop listening to my fucking brain. That's like, hey, this is why are you doing this? This isn't smart. Like, find it, fiscally, this isn't sound. The stock market is, it's a gambling game where most people lose, and it's like, yeah, okay, fine, you're right. Fuck it, I'll still sell it. I made like maybe 50, $60 overall, but I didn't end up losing it all. I didn't pull a Wall Street bets and fuck up my life. Um, so, and then yeah, but no, like one of the companies I had quite a bit of stock in because it was cheap. It was like penny stock. They did a reverse buyback on a bunch of their stock, and now it hit like a new high. And I'm like, you sons of bitches! Like, who would have? I wouldn't have even predicted that move. Like,
Wow.
what the fuck is going on? Yeah, and then another one I had stock in. They ended up buying another steel company or merging with another steel company. So their stock like skyrocketed, went from like $2 to 12. And
Jesus.
I'm like, God damn it. Like, what? Why? Why does this happen? So yeah, next time I'm just going to listen to my gut and tell my brain to shut the fuck up because every time that happens
Bites you in the
and
ass.
every time it fucking bites me in the ass. So, yep. Stupid money.
Right?
God.
Man, there were a bunch of things
Wonder.
I saw this week where I was like, man, I gotta talk to Kevin. I gotta make sure to bring that up on the podcast. And make sure to bring that up on the podcast. Gotta make sure to
No,
bring
you
that up on the
forgot.
podcast. I got nothing.
I know I don't know. It just felt like one of those weeks
There was
where,
not a lot that happened this week. It was nice and quiet.
no, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like hardware wise, nothing's really happening. Uh, Intel's Ice Lake server CPUs spotted. I don't know. They still
Ooh,
don't beat Epic CPUs, so
shocker.
Even though they upped the core count, they're now 36 core, 72 thread.
Why?
So it's like,
It,
okay.
yeah. Intel does those weird core counts. They'll do like the 10 core, and it's like, fucking
Yeah,
why?
I don't know. It's because, monolithic structure and they're fucking themselves, but whatever.
They really are.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't
Hearing a
understand.
lot about Rocket Lake. Not expecting that to go very far.
I don't know.
I
It's
imagine they're
just
gonna get another stern talking to from Linus when that drops.
I if it doesn't perform, yeah, I imagine they will. I mean, at least they're finally like bringing PCI Express 4.0 support, so and they like
Yeah, a
upped.
year and a half too late.
Yeah, I was just it's
It's
crazy.
that's the thing is like everything that Intel like AMD just jumped on things
Yeah,
and Intel's
it's
just trying and Intel got cocky at the outset. They're like, "Oh well, it's not better than us yet."
exactly.
At the rate we're going, there's no way they could catch up to us. Little
Yeah.
did they know, because Ryzen dropped at 14 nanometer,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then every release since then, except for the 5000 release, has been a die shrink.
Yeah.
Because Ryzen Plus was a 12 nanometer process,
Yep.
and then 3000 series came out as a 7 nanometer. 7 nanometer. Same with the 4000 series laptop CPUs. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now we've got the 5000 series, which is really just a like hyper refinement of the 7 nanometer process.
Yeah, and the change to the core structure.
That's right.
So
And then we're gonna get the 6000 series, which is eventually AMD's gonna drop their 5 nanometer process, and Intel's gonna be royally fucked.
well, isn't the isn't isn't that supposed to isn't their next move supposed to be 5 nanometer?
Probably.
I know
That's what I mean.
I'm pretty sure TSMC has all their shit taped out for 5 nanometer.
Because I wouldn't be surprised. Because I mean, we're gonna get we've gotten the 5000 series tick. We just need the mid tier
Yeah.
talk, which is gonna absolutely blow shit out of the water.
Yes. Do Fab 18. Where's that one located? Yeah, because they're using it for some 5G applications right now. So it's been taped out since 2019. So it's been in effect for a good year, almost 2 years now, I think. So yeah, I mean that's the next move. And then I did you see I don't know if that's still in the news. AMD was gonna buy what was it, Xilinx or whatever?
What do they do?
They do actually they're they're the number one provider of adaptive computing solutions. So they work with FPGAs and they're like easily the leader in FPGAs. Um, but yeah, AMD's set to acquire them, and that's going to be pretty big, I think.
FPGA.
Assuming I'm right. Yeah.
Wait, we made it through another live show.
Oh, we did?
Two in a
Nice.
row. It's my GPU. Because I turned off the monitor this time. It was just on the TV.
Oh, okay. That's right. Because
And
you
it's
did
still
the monitor
I did the
first.
one that was
Okay.
just monitor, and that went fine.
Yeah.
I did one that was just TV. That went fine. The TV was not happy about it, but it worked. TV popped and cracked a couple times, which I'm still not thrilled about. But
Nice. That's awesome.
I just did the latest driver update for AMD graphics, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully they worked in some planned obsolescence.
maybe. We'll see.
For fucking what I got, Jesus. For as old as my card is.
Yeah, I forget that those are older cards now.
They came out right after the first Ryzen generation.
Yeah, I just feel like they're newer for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a 4-year-old card.
yeah, I don't know why I feel like that card's been out not that long, but it is certainly probably obsolete now.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I mean, at least you know it's your graphics card. At least you got it pinned down. Like it's not a question
Right. I've got a
of,
definitive this is what the problem is. So,
yeah, it just sucks that it's doing that because, it as much as people are like, well, you don't need multiple monitors, it's like, yeah, sometimes you do.
see, you don't need multiple monitors until you've tried using multiple monitors on a regular basis, and as soon as you go to not
Exactly.
having multiple monitors, it sucks.
Yeah, it's awful. I honestly miss having three. So,
But
you
you got
know,
you got the one big one. You can split that down the middle, no problem.
I can, but it's just I don't know, it's not the same because I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same.
Are okay, are you telling me you're some kind of monster that misses the bezel?
What the
The bezel that
what
would be in the middle of the monitors that you don't have on your ultra wide?
Oh, I
You
hmm,
psychopath.
maybe I am that person. Maybe I am. No, I don't know. I don't like trying to split a monitor into multiple functions, I think. It's like, all right, you're dedicated to this, you're dedicated to this, you're dedicated to this. Like
That's
I maybe I just don't like multitasking on the same monitor.
I'll do that for the most part. So normally I've got whatever I'm mainly doing on my monitor, and then I've got whatever I'm watching on my TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then if I'm doing like D&D, I'll have the map up on my TV because it's a larger screen,
Right.
and then I'll have like Discord and D&D Beyond up on my monitor because I don't need all of Discord, but I just need enough because people chat during the game,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll have my reference material on the actual.
See, that I think is where my problem is. I need to have one specifically just dedicated to media, so I can just like throw a show on there or whatever, and then that's out of the way, but it's still there if I want to look at it. And then have this one right here as like, hey, do I need to do something? Like look something up real quick while I'm doing something on this one.
Yeah. See,
So, yeah.
I want a decent enough graphics card that I can manage a not necessarily PLP, but I definitely want the portrait mode monitor.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I might even I was thinking about that as well because I do have room on this side, but I need a new desk anyways. That's
Yeah, you got
something
that.
that still needs to happen.
Costco has
I've
a decent size like sit stand desk for like $300.
See, I don't need the stand option. That, you know, I just need a desk, man. I just need a nice, probably like 65-inch long, 30-inch deep desk. It's just that is what I need because that would
See,
be perfect.
I'm still envious of one of my mini painters. He literally just turned a door into his desk. He literally
I mean,
just
if
took
I
a
had a big
solid
enough door,
he literally just took a solid core full size door and just sanded it down and made it and painted it up, made it his desk.
if I had a large enough or door, I would probably do that. But I don't have any large extra doors laying around. So I don't know of too many people that do have just extra solid core doors laying around. Actually, shit, there might be one in the garage.
So
I mean,
you just got to think about it.
there's a lot of random crap still in this house, so maybe there is something, and I just need to like find it.
See,
But
a really cool idea that I've seen that I want to do eventually is taking um like the chipboard that's the not plywood, not particle board, but the sort of
oh,
in between.
like
composite.
the compressed or
Yeah,
yeah.
where it's like the wood chips that are pressed together. Take
Yeah.
that, sand it down, and then paint some of the individual chips different colors,
Hmm.
and then
That'd be
put
interesting.
a like varnish or seal over top of that.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
It gets a really I've seen it done, and it gets a really cool look. And I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah. I did something similar when I worked at PetSmart. We had those U-boats, those like push little guys. I don't know why they're called U-boats specifically, but that's what we called it. And
Like a pallet
anytime
jack.
no, it's just a metal. So it's like a metal cart essentially, right? But it's got like a middle bed that you can take off of it. Or you can strip the whole thing down, but it's got wheels essentially that in the middle that are bigger so it can tip side to side. Basically, you can turn it in the middle so you don't have to worry about like space in aisles and shit like that to be able to move
Okay.
stuff around.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, so why the fuck we called it U-boats, I don't understand.
Because
But
we had what I think you're talking about at Columbia, and we just called them carts.
yeah, I don't know. We call for some reason U-boats is what they were called. And oh god, apparently that is the legitimate name for them. Okay. At least I just Googled U-boat and it came up with that. So
Oh yeah, eh,
yeah. All
yeah.
right,
No,
Nito.
something. Yeah, U-boat cart. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so the middle rack, they're just plain metal, but I would take the labels off of the cat food, like the main plastic, because we had to take the plastic off of all that shit. Why? Because that's how it just works. And I basically had started a mosaic going from one side to the other on that flat part of just like all these like differently
Oh,
angled
stickers and
fucking
shit. Yeah.
stickers and shit. I don't think I ever finished it, but yeah, whoever got stuck with that, I feel bad because thinking about it, there was so many fucking stickers on there. I mean, there had to have been hundreds, and it wasn't even complete. Like I maybe got halfway down, but I started just bulking it up. Oh man, that was
Yeah, there was a
God.
what did it when I worked at Columbia Sportswear, they had they had these carts that they're not quite what you're talking about, but they
Yeah.
have similar, like it had a cage that went over it basically. Like it had
Oh,
the
okay.
flat bed, and then it had like a cage that went over it that you could, and with handles that you could push. And I remember we had Christmas off, so we went home day shift on December 24th, whatever. Come back on the 26th, and in the middle
Hmm.
of one, so it was a 3 floor thing, and it had like metal grates, so you could see it from
Yeah.
all. We go in the we go, and I usually worked on the bottom floor on the bottom of those grates. And we go and we all look, and just this mass of all the workers just conglomerated around the center. Somebody had taken one of these carts and completely wrapped, like taken an entire roll of packing wrap, like shrink wrap, and
Right.
just wrapped the whole cart. The
Nice.
whole with the whole roll just completely covered this thing in plastic wrap.
That's awesome. I mean, we had done similar stuff. We'd made like armor out of essentially that shit. It's like we had bracers and stuff like that.
Right?
That was pretty awesome. That shit got really hot really quick. That was
If
the
you're making it out
downside
of
to that.
plastic, yeah,
Yeah, that
because
was really a
it
stupid
doesn't
idea.
breathe. That's the
Yeah, no,
problem.
it's like, hey, I'm just gonna wear this shit now and continue doing my
Why
job.
do you
And I was
think
like,
that fucking like high school wrestlers run around in a fucking plastic bag to make weight?
yeah, that was not the best of ideas to try to work in that shit, but it was
Because
hilarious to say the
all
least.
it does is just drop water weight because you just sweat it out immediately.
Oh yeah, it
Like
was very accurate.
there was one time I was in high school and we were doing like our drill team, and we did it in like the lunchroom, not like the gym, because
Yeah,
the gyms were always prioritized for like real sports, basketball, wrestling, all of that. So like wrestling's doing their
Yes, real sports.
right, right, or as my ROTC teacher called it, wrestling,
Wrestling.
wrestling.
Uh, yep.
Hey, we're gonna do color guard for a wrestling match. But anyway, we're doing our drill team practice in the middle of the lunchroom, and I noticed this one dude. He's wearing full sweatsuit, sweatpants, top, and then he's wearing like matching windbreaker pants and jacket, and he's got his hood up and tied around his neck. Looks fucking miserable.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely miserable. Just jogging around the lunchroom, and I'm like, you poor bastard.
Oh yeah. I had a friend who wrestled in high school, and dude, he absolutely hated
Weight day.
making weight. Yeah, weight day. Weigh-in was just awful. After that though, as soon as he made weight, that dude would fucking gorge himself.
Oh, I bet.
Like, oh my god, he would just become like, he would go from this strict fucking like have to make weight, gotta run around with fucking,
Plastic
like
bags.
you said, plastic bags on. And then as soon as he made weight, dude, he would be out there just fucking eating.
He would just
like
buy a
there was
McDonald's.
no tomorrow. Oh, I saw this dude. This dude put away 15 like McDoubles like it wasn't even an issue, dude. I
Just one bite at a time. Just how.
he went and just rampaged through food. Yeah, no, he ate. This is great, and actually I have a follow-up story for this too.
Oh, I have a follow-up story on the wrestling thing.
So we did go to McDonald's. He got 15 McDoubles. He got 2 large fries. He got a large drink, and I think he got a couple of the apple pies.
And then he turned to you and goes, "You want anything?"
He didn't even fucking bother, dude. And he ate all of it like it wasn't even a fucking problem. And I was like, dear God. And then another great story that involves McDonald's. I have an uncle. He's a very large man. He's like 6'7", and I think at the time, God, how old was I? I think I was still in grade school, so I must have been like 12. I think I was 12, and it was summer break, and I was watching Discovery Channel, and they had something on about competitive eaters, and my uncle was like, he was gonna come over because you know what? Wait, I was older than 12. I know I was older than 12 because we had Tiger Woods on the Xbox. So my uncle was also a golfer, and he loved to play Tiger Woods against me. So he's like, hey, he called. He's like, hey, I want to come over. Let's play some Tiger Woods. You want anything from McDonald's? I was like, yeah, just hit me up with like a double quarter pounder with cheese meal. He's like, all right. He gets there. He brings in 3 fucking bags of food. Right, and everything had been supersized. Like, no, this was back when you could do this, when they could still supersize shit.
Biggest fries, biggest
of everything, dude. He got 2 double quarter pounder cheese meals, supersized. Like, he supersized mine. I didn't even ask for that shit. And he had some other food in there, and we're sitting there eating, and I had the show on about competitive eaters and stuff. God, he stops eating. He's like, I don't know how those guys eat that much food. And I'm like, I was so taken aback. So I was like, wait. In my head, I'm like, dude, I'm watching you put down some fucking food.
I just watched you inhale a supersized fry in 10 minutes, and you're talking to me about.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know how they eat that much food.
One thing that always got me about those competitive eaters is they're about this big around.
Oh yeah, they're tiny. They're
small. All a bunch of
insane.
Small, teeny tiny little dudes, and they just suck down a fucking 300 hot dogs.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah,
I should have seen where that was headed.
You'd think. But no, I just, it was on TV, and he just fucking stopped eating for a split second to look at that and go, I don't know how they eat that much food.
He took a breath, said that, and kept going.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, God damn, dude. Christ. Yeah, it was funny because I told my mom later, and she's like, what? It's like that. God, he's so. Oh yeah,
Wow.
it's like yeah, that's what he said. I don't know.
So
Yeah, I've
you,
got some
yeah,
great
you're
stories with that uncle. Holy shit.
I bet. You're from the sound of it.
Oh yeah,
You're talking about
there's
he did the supersized um supersized drinks and everything, and that reminds me
everything.
of I just watched the latest food theory video,
Oh, the
and
McNugget one.
or no, not the McNugget one.
Oh, a different one.
He did like yesterday or today, or I think it was like early today. He released a video that was what is the most cost effective soft drink, fast food soft drink,
Cost effective as far as like
as far as
producing or
cost per ounce and the amount you get per. So like what's the most, what are you getting the most bang for your buck?
okay. Okay.
And they tested McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's,
Did you
KFC,
KFC?
and Taco
How do
Bell.
they? You just KFC still do the fucking like half gallon?
No, and they only
Okay.
compared small, medium, and large.
All right, because I
And
you used to be able to get a half gallon drink at KFC.
well, yeah, family size.
That yeah, I know, but we used to just buy it as our own fucking drink, man.
That
That
just
was
reminds me of the Parks and Recreation. It's like, yeah, it's the
child
child
size.
size. This is a
Yeah,
512-ounce bucket of soda. Yes, it's about the size of a
yeah.
child.
If the child was liquefied, yeah.
But
God, you know
the
that's the second Parks and Rec now. We did one last episode, and now we've got another one. Might
great
be a new
show.
theme.
Talk about it all the time.
I know.
But
I love that show.
so the most efficient, the most cost effective, like the most bang for your buck, bar none, is the uh, McDonald's large.
Yeah, are they still a dollar?
Yeah,
That's probably
exactly. That's
why.
exactly it.
Yeah.
You get the most bang for your buck. It is a dollar. It's a dollar for a large for 32 ounces of
Yeah.
soda. Like you
My
can't beat
my
that.
my only issue with McDonald's is I hate how much fucking ice they put into that goddamn drink. Because even if you say go light on the ice, they're like, oh, okay. And they pull like an ice cube out and they're like, all right, here you go, light ice. And it's like, no, sir, I don't want fucking, like, I don't know.
That was actually a thing they factored in. That was
Oh, was it?
they factored
And,
in ice versus no ice, and even still McDonald's was on top.
okay.
The
All right.
so if just straight ordering it, not saying no
Yeah.
ice, whatever, just straight ordering it. The least cost effective is the Burger King medium.
The least cost
The
effective?
least cost so the most
The most,
the most money per ounce was the
bastards.
Burger King medium, and they actually tested it out, and the Burger King medium and the Burger King small have
Same size?
the same amount of soda because they compensate with the ice.
Bastards. Yeah, I could see that.
And
I could see
then
that.
overall, with no ice, McDonald's was still on top because you can't beat a dollar for 32 ounces of soda.
No.
And then
No.
the least cost efficient overall was Taco Bell with no ice.
Yeah, yeah, because Taco Bell's their large
And then
pretty small.
obviously to get your money's worth, like if to just have gotten the soda at cost is
Yeah,
to the easiest way to do that is to get a McDonald's large and refill it once. That's it.
nice. It's a lot of
Because
fucking
apparently
sugar.
it's so cheap to make. Like it's so cheap to just sell the soda. The markup on it in some cases is 1,000%.
That's so dumb.
It's a
Uh,
thousand because it's no, like there's almost no labor behind it,
yeah,
and it just
yeah.
sells itself. That's why you get free refills because it's so cheap for the.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, and if I ever eat in a fucking fast food restaurant, I will always get a refill before I go.
Yeah, like if
Like,
I'm get like most of the time I get to go.
yeah,
Like I'll typically go in and get it to go. And I'll go
yeah,
and I'll order whatever I want with a drink. I'll get my drink. I'll drink half of it while I'm waiting for my food, and then I'll
yep.
refill it before I leave.
Bam. Cost effective.
It's all about
We should write a
scrimping.
book.
It's all about scrimp. Oh man, that would be a fucking disaster.
With the
Yes.
book and stuff.
Yes.
Here's what we'll do.
Well,
All right,
just
I
okay.
just
It's
thought
gonna
of
be
this,
it's
too.
gonna be a random nonfiction, and I have the title for it. I
Well,
have
here's the thing. We're gonna each write chapters, right? And then we're gonna flip a coin, and whoever wins that coin toss, they put the first chapter in, and then the next person puts the next chapter, and we'll just layer the chapters one after another from each other, and it'll just be some random hodgepodge of just what the fuck am I reading?
it's gonna be just like the show. There's gonna be no coherence to it.
Oh,
There's going to be
God, of
no
course, yeah.
anything. One chapter might be a short story. The other chapter
Yeah.
might be like how to like just step by step how to build a PC.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
knows?
I
And
mean,
and here's I immediately envisioned the title, and I love it. The Old Angle Shot, the novel.
the novel. Yes. Actually, you know what would be even better is
And then the
you
the
don't
cover
put the
the cover is just us standing there looking smug at a Dutch angle.
I do like that, although I kind of want the cover to be so it's got to be hardback, and we got to have
Oh,
like, the
absolutely.
actual,
Absolutely.
and it's just gonna say the novel on the front because you actually have to open it and look at the entirety of it, where it says the angle shot, the
The
novel.
Old Angle. Yes, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. It's
Even
that extra step
It's that that
of just like what
that
like
just
that kind of prepares you for the ride
right.
that you're probably going to be on
Because it's
somebody's
just
going to turn it around.
it's just you're just gonna look at it from the front and just see the novel. What the fuck is this? The novel?
yeah, and then you look at the back and you're
This is
like
the old angle
maybe
shot. Okay.
the old ang wait, what? And then oh, okay. I
And
see
then on
what
the
they
spine
did
it'll
there.
just say you got it.
Yep, you got it.
You figured it out.
And then if you take the cover off, because it'll have like that insert cover over the hard cover.
Yeah, like a dust cover.
That's where we'll have the actual what the book is about. It's not going to be on the inside. It'll be on the outside under the cover that you probably will never actually take off.
Oh, like so you open
So-
the dust cover and it just has like
Yeah.
a not like
Yeah,
an
it's
essay
kind of
on
like,
the inside of the whole thing.
yeah, it'll be like you remember the books where you could choose your own adventure? It'll be like that, but you're not given any clues. You just have to find this shit out on your own.
Well, and that's the thing. At the end of every chapter, we just put if you want to do this, go to this chapter, and if you want to do
Oh,
this, go
yeah.
to this chapter. But the
Yes.
thing is whatever chapter you go to doesn't lead you to the thing it said you were gonna do.
Yeah, no, that would be too easy. We don't want to do that.
If you want to build a computer, go to chapter 18. If you want to
Oh.
if you want to read a short story, go to chapter 9. You go to chapter 18
So-
how to build a computer and it's the recipe for the perfect steak.
Yes, and then one chapter that you read is just going to be QR codes that sends you to YouTube videos that we have that you can watch. And it'll be like one of us reading apart from that chapter.
I like it.
My God,
I like it.
This is how we are not billionaires. At
I
this
know,
point,
right? Dude, I
is
can't.
beyond me.
Okay, I'm not gonna bring it up on stream because I have like an actual, or thanks to Juliana, I have gotten an actual $1 million idea that could revolutionize the mini painting.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is-
don't
it
bring
is-
that up.
I'm not. I'm actually like she said that she brought something up and I just went, why is that not a thing? Why is there not
Yeah.
a solution to this?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. Let's talk after we're done, because that sounds like something good.
It's oh man, mind blown. But anyway, so you talking about the opening the book and seeing the reminded me of so we
And
had
I love. Here's something funny. So Juliana just messaged me on Discord saying, with a forward from Shasta and I with a coherence order.
wait what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
just direct. Oh, only you. Okay.
Apparently.
Oh, I
only
got one
me.
too. I got one too.
Oh, you got one too. Okay. I was. Uh.
Oh, okay. Got. She did send it to
All.
me with a forward from Chess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it
I
just,
think.
I imagine like their forward, well, just the first sentence of it will be, "We're sorry."
Yeah. I mean, that's yeah. It'll just be like a "we're sorry," and from Shasta's it'll be like, "I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm here.
Probably.
Please help. Send somebody.
But
I am trapped."
so you're opening the book and having the reminded me of um a thing I did in Minecraft, because we had our little farming setup, and one
Yeah.
of our people went in to a place that is specifically very hard to get to. These guys are cordoned off. They're in a building to do their farming thing. They're hard to get to. And
Right.
one of our guys leveled up all of the farmers in there. So they all have really good stuff that we can't get to. So what's the point? You get where I'm going with that? Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
why did you spend so much effort to do this thing that anyway, so we found one dude who was really awesome. We cordoned him off in the basement of Farmageddon.
Right.
And like we literally just locked him and another dude. We actually ended up finding two. We found a fisherman and a farmer that just had ballin' ass stuff and sold things at really good prices. So we just
Yeah.
locked them on the floor in a boat.
Okay.
So they can't
Sounds-
go anywhere. They're just in a boat. That's where they belong now. But
And every time you look at them, they're just like, huh, huh.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
Please help me.
they we weren't happy with the wart aesthetically. So we worked on creating an indoor dry dock intake area for the what are we calling it? The hostile employment onboarding.
Child trafficking.
Sure. But
I thought that's what we were calling it.
sure. But
you're stealing
the-
children. I
the-
don't know
the,
what
the,
else.
the light levels weren't set properly. So a zombie spawned in there.
Uh-oh.
And I go to check on the dude, and I come down, and he's literally sitting in a boat with a zombie, and the fisherman turned into a zombie. And I was like, oh
shit.
god damn it. So I told my friend, I was like, no, he's a zombie now. And my friend was like, don't kill him. Kill the zombie, but don't kill the dude, and don't destroy the boat.
Yeah.
So I killed the zombie, and my friend was like, okay, entomb him so they know not to kill him. So I built a sarcophagus, like I sarcophagized him like fucking Chernobyl. I made sure there was a light inside so more things didn't spawn.
Yeah.
And he's just in there, and then I just put a sign on it that just said, don't dead, open inside. And it's really because he's right below where the farm output barrel is,
Yeah.
because it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's right below where the output barrel is. So I did that. So you'll get up and you'll be doing things, and you'll just hear all the five farmers that are up top going ha 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 ha. They'll be making their noise, and then occasionally you just hear from below.
Yeah. It's just old Farmer Pete down there.
It completely. You're like, why is there suddenly a zombie?
Yeah. All these questions
It was
start just popping in your head.
It was. I'm mad that
Oh,
happened.
it's bright.
I'm like, we kept. I fucked with
There we
your
go.
autofocus.
Yeah.
Like
dude.
I turned on, you just went. Yeah.
I'm trying to get more light, but I'm using my monitor. So, because the stupid sun went away now.
You're lit fine.
Well, yeah, because I opened up Paint because I needed just a white background.
There you go.
So there we go.
So he's very pretty.
Juliana says you're very pretty.
That's a lie. Everybody who says that is lying to me.
He says you're lying.
Don't lie.
Heavy sigh.
I'm disheveled.
I'm in the middle of trying to create a tracker for myself. Okay, ridiculous at this point.
She's trying to create a inventory tracker to trading with one of the guys.
Who?
Oh, in Minecraft?
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Ooh, okay.
So she's creating her
wait.
own.
Like in Excel right now, just creating an inventory tracking system. What is she?
Yeah, no, she's using Google Sheets.
God, dude, that's like when I was hardcore into playing Eve, and I had like Excel spreadsheets, so I could like
you were
maintain
there for
ledgers and shit.
the like 5-year downtime D&D spreadsheet she made.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit. God, that. Wow, she's actually creating a spreadsheet. Okay, that's man.
Oh yeah,
Dude, by the way, I love that game. That game is fantastic. I've just been going around looking for zealots to kill. I'm just hunting them down. Like before, I was like, okay, I gotta just avoid these guys right now. I'm not at a high enough, level. I'm not good yet. And now I'm at a point where my skill level's like 100 something, like 102 or 5 or 11, somewhere in there. And I'm like hunting down the dudes that are rated at like 220 and above. And I'm like, you're gonna fucking die. But I'm just going through hunting zealots down.
that's funny.
That's like my main goal now. It's just, all right, I'm just gonna hunt these guys now. I'm at a comfortable point in my combat where I'm just gonna go hunt everything.
Yeah, so
Ugh.
I'm at the point where I'm waiting for Wednesday now.
What's happening Wednesday?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They didn't delay it, the bastards. I wanted them to delay it a little longer.
No.
Yeah. Oh man. So I picked up Death Stranding. That happened. It was on sale. I still need to play it, but
Of course. Best
yes,
damn walking simulator you've ever played.
probably. I mean, I'm really curious to see how good it looks in ultra wide with DLSS on.
I mean, it's gonna
And
look fantastic. There's no two ways about that.
yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna look good. I just want to see like how
You want to know.
good. Yeah, I just need to know. And then I picked up Farming Simulator 2019, because reasons I don't know why I bought that game.
I didn't pick up anything in the fall sale, but I did cave and I pre-ordered Cyberpunk, and that was a bad boy.
Oh, I think I saw that. But hey, I mean, hey, we both had that whole thing where
I think I mentioned it, but of the companies to pre-order a game from,
yeah,
CDPR is probably the best.
yeah. I mean, if it was like something from
If it was like EA or Ubisoft, no.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
CDPR is actually a good company that actually gives a shit. If I really wanted to do it and be good, I would have done it on GOG, but I don't want more launchers than I need.
yeah, I feel that.
If it's not on Steam, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm a
I just
big
like
fan of that.
it's, and I think it's great that like EA has added, like we're back on Steam.
Oh yeah.
Is there a
yeah.
way for me to adequately connect my Steam and Origin accounts so that the things that I have on my Origin account are also on Steam? Like,
No.
yes, I'd need to launch Origin, but launch
yeah.
Oregon to play Titanfall 2.
God, it is still such. I'm so upset that they legitimately do not have plans to make a third Titanfall.
Which is a shame.
It is, because the second one was fantastic.
It's one of the best first-person shooters I've ever played. The controls are tight.
The movement is fantastic.
You feel badass as you're just running around, jumping on walls and shit. You run around, jump on walls, jump into your Titan, and slaughter some dudes. That's so just...
Yeah.
You just feel so badass playing that game.
Yeah. and the story was fantastic. The introduction, like everything about it was just.
Yeah,
I mean, the first game had the great movement. It had really good multiplayer. The campaign was lacking. So what did they do? They doubled down on the
they
campaign.
didn't even have a campaign in the first one.
Technically, they kind of
They
did,
had
but it was all online based.
They had
so
a
it
vague
was
intertwining story throughout the
in
multiplayer,
multiplayer. Yeah,
but there wasn't a campaign mode.
Yeah, there wasn't a technical campaign mode.
It was
just
like vague world building. But
Yeah, it
but
was very
but the controls and the gameplay in one
and the movement
were fantastic,
was-
and then they
oh,
just
yeah.
improved everything in 2.
Yeah, I love just the introduction to BT, and just
Right?
like you like loved your fucking Titan, like it was
You actually
like it was
like it was a character in the game that you actually gave
Yeah.
a shit about.
it's like your dog from Fallout 4. Like, you're just like, yes, this is my companion,
Mhm.
who, if I ever lose this, I will go on a murderous rampage
Right.
to whoever took it away from me.
And dude,
So-
the fucking speed run for Titanfall 2 is incredible.
Oh yeah,
That is such a fun run to watch.
dude. That game was made for speedrun.
It really was, because the controls are just so tight, and like they even have a fucking like timer on
Yep.
the tutorial level,
Yeah, the training course.
and
Yeah.
even I think the record for that is like 11 seconds.
It's something
It's
insane.
some ridiculous number.
I spent way too long trying to like get even close to that, and I was like, "There's no fucking way."
I think I think I managed just barely to get it under a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to like literally cut my hands off and get robot hands in order
Seriously.
to come close to that shit.
I actually found an interesting YouTube channel yesterday. It's called Lowest Percent. It's brand new.
Huh,
It's only got like 5 videos on it, and it's all just like speedrun analysis, and it's all just
Oh,
like
that's
talking about neat little speedrun things. And I was like, "That's cool. Subscribe."
Yeah,
Because it
I've
it talks about like they have a video about Super Mario Odyssey lowest minimum captures runs, which is really cool.
oh, that's pretty cool.
The
Minecraft speedrun that changed everything.
Oh, dude, that's insane. So it's talking specifically about set seed generation, the set
Yeah.
seed generation. So everybody's running on the same seed.
yeah.
They managed to find a seed where all 12 Eyes of Ender are populated in the end portal.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they managed to find a seed where all 12 Eyes of Ender are already populated.
Holy shit.
So all you have to do is get there and kill the Ender Dragon and make a bunch of beds.
Wow, dude. Wait, so what is that speedrun down to now?
2.5 minutes.
Are you 2.5 minutes?
2.5 minutes.
Holy shit. That is unreal.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch that later. That's
There's
crazy.
there's also the video the low percent Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That one's funny to watch just to hear about, because it's a low percent.
Yeah.
So the goal is complete the game with the least amount of stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So in order to do that, you have to stand there staring at a blue rupee for a total of 17 hours in the 25-hour speedrun.
Oh my god.
But you collect the least amount of stuff. So it's the best. There is a way to actually collect less stuff, but it's only been doable in tasks because it's position and frame perfect.
Oh my god. Dude, I think we've said this before, but speedrunning is just it's something else. There are a special breed of gamers.
Speedrunners are a different breed of human being.
They really are. I don't know. It's just it boggles my mind because it makes you wonder, because did you ever watch the video? There was one that they did for Doom Eternal. It was a speedrun for Doom Eternal, and they had the developers watch this speedrun, and they were like, how did he even figure that? Like, how did he figure this out? Like, Or there was a room that they kept in the game.
It was
that was supposed to be locked.
It was Doom 2016, not Doom Eternal. I remember.
Oh, it was
I know what video you're talking about. It was Doom 2016 because like they had the developers watch this, and developers are like, fucking good on them, like because normally developers patch all that shit out.
Yes, which is just
awful. And all the Doom devs were like, no, like fucking go for it, man. Like you got some cool shit going here. Keep doing that.
Yeah. But no, there was one room where they were like, why did you leave this in here? I didn't think anybody could get to it. Like, that was the only reason. Because it was supposed to be walled off. Like,
it was easier to just wall it off than to go into the code and delete the room, right?
Yeah. It was easier just to wall it off. And then there's like a bunch of shit in there, apparently, that speedrunners found. And they were like, oh my God, I cannot believe this exists.
That's some good shit.
So yeah, the whole time they were just laughing because it was like we had no idea that people could figure this shit out.
Yeah, there was another video, and same with like chess grandmasters. There's some crazy motherfuckers because there was one dude. He's just like doing a casual like playing chess online stream, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know what to do here. I could do this and this and then this, take and then take this and then that and then checkmate and then check then this and then that and then this and then, but I don't know. I'm just gonna castle. And it ended up that video was a dude who was the youngest grandmaster ever.
Really?
He ended up getting the rank of grandmaster at age 15. He peaked at second in the world and currently sits at 20th. He's the 20th best chess player in the world.
That's crazy. Dude, I didn't know this. I was watching GM Hakura's stream this morning. He's going to be 45 or 46 this month. Yeah. Dude looks like he's in his fucking 20s. Like, but apparently he's in his 40s. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Is that what happens when you play chess? Like, you just, for some reason, you age in reverse? Because, damn, like, if that's the case, shit, I need to start playing more chess. So.
Yeah, it was like a 20-second video of this dude going over, like, a scenario of 20 moves. Just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, but I don't really know what's going on, so I'm just going to castle and we'll see.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, those guys, like, they've just got that brain for tactics. It's that tactical brain, and it's just like, holy crap! If you guys were like, just think if they were like back in the days when you needed to have like better tactics when trying to fight people or figure something out. It's like, man, those guys would have dominated back then.
And think about it. Well, and that's the thing is those guys are usually smart enough to stay out of those scenarios.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too.
They're smart enough to not get into that situation in the first place.
Yeah, but God, I mean, it's
also a situation of, man, it's really good you're not an asshole.
Yeah, that's
somebody that smart being a dick. It's the worst.
Oh, yeah. I mean. And what I love, though, are the ones who think they're smart, they're the dicks. And in reality, it's like, you're the dumbest fucking person alive. Those are the best.
Those
are probably my favorite.
The instant you brag about your IQ, I think you're an idiot.
Oh,
because you've proven to me you're an idiot. Because you actually take stock in IQ.
In a number that is very arbitrary to how...
Completely arbitrary number that doesn't actually mean anything.
Those are my favorite. Or the ones who are like, look at my IQ I got on this test, and it was like a 20 questions on Facebook, and it's like, hey, your IQ's 160. And you're like, that's not how any of that works. No. Congratulations.
It's not, because it's based on a percentage of like how smart you are compared to the rest of the population of Earth.
Yeah.
Such to the point that it caps the whole scale caps at 200.
Yeah.
Because
why people assume they have a higher IQ than 200 is beyond.
Right. So it caps at 200 because if you have an IQ of 200, you are smarter than 100% of the rest of the people on the planet.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of Facebook people that probably think they're right up there.
Same with Reddit, quite frankly.
Yeah, which is why.
I have an IQ of 165.
And then you're like,
No.
I will be seeing you, and I am very smart real quick here. Like that
Because
is,
I'm gonna post it.
yeah. Those people, I just I don't get it. And then the ones that join Mensa and things like that.
Oh, Mensa's
It's
a
just like,
fucking joke.
yeah. I had a group of friends. We used to do coffee like every Friday, and we called it our Mensa meeting because we had another person that we knew who actually joined Mensa and was very proud of this fact. And like
Mensa's a bunch of
always,
like just shitty elitists that like to stroke their
oh
own
yeah,
egos. That's all it is.
yeah, they're the type that just
He was
fart
smart.
and then yeah, they fart into a wine glass and then sniff it because they think they're holier than thou. So,
Oh, you're
but yeah,
giving them the
no.
wine glass. I was thinking they were just going for the full like.
Oh, they could do the
I was
full.
just thinking they were going for the full like Harold Broflovsky in South Park when
Oh
they
yeah,
moved to San Francisco.
Yeah. No, I was at least giving the wine glass. But yeah, no, we all had a mutual person that we knew, very proud about being in Mensa, thought they were much smarter than they actually were.
There's a
And
difference between
so,
being intelligent and being smart.
yeah, and there's just yeah, it's a whole thing. It is yeah. Oh man, that person. There is a lot of fucking stories there too. Jesus.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stories. All of which I probably shouldn't say on a podcast, but
Yeah.
they might come up at a later time. We'll see.
Yeah, I try not to talk shit about the people I know too much.
Mm,
Too much.
While it is
There's a
somebody I know, it's somebody that I haven't really spoken to in quite a few years.
yeah.
So
Like there are people I could talk shit about because I have active complaints about the way they're doing things currently. But I don't
active complaints.
I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just if you're
I
gonna
mean-
if you're gonna be on a Minecraft realm with a bunch of other people, make sure that the work you're doing on the realm is actually benefiting everybody. It is actively working toward a single goal. Don't stand there fishing all day bragging about the random fishing rods you pull up or all the goddamn saddles you found.
Well,
There's-
isn't that technically doing something though? I
But
mean, are
it
they
doesn't
giving the saddles
actually
and stuff?
benefit anybody. So it was
Oh,
like
but see-
this
but
is
wait,
the
wait,
dude
I
who
have
went and
to-
he leveled up all the farmers that we can't get to instead of leveling up the village that's not that far away.
Okay, well that's a dumb move. I can't argue for that one. But did this person come into the realm basically expressing that they would be doing their own shit
No.
and not being collective with the group? All right.
He just
Okay, so then-
he came in and immediately started complaining that cuz I think you were on cuz he was there the day I streamed it on I don't
Ah, yes, with the voice mod
with
stream.
the
I
fucking
remember that
voice
stream.
dick.
I thought you were trying something.
You
What are
gotta
gonna do?
say something, man.
I just gotta let you live your life. You know, I'm that parent that's like, just live
I
your
don't
life.
have a monitor on. I can't hear myself. Right,
Uh.
he's the dude who's complaining about all of the like, oh well, I wish we were playing with this mod or that mod so we could do these, or oh that's only a mod thing, and it's like, well yeah, we're playing vanilla Minecraft. That's because we all want to play vanilla Minecraft. It's not that bad.
Wow. Yeah, no, vanilla Minecraft's actually gotten really
It's
good.
gotten really good.
I mean, I could see like texture mods or shader mods
Like,
that do
yeah.
make the game look pretty good.
Like
But,
making the game look pretty is fine, but to actually actively complain about the functionality of a thing because you are the only person who wants it when everyone else is like and like we're sitting here and we're chipping away at mobs with swords and he's like, well, I'm just gonna punch everything. Yeah,
Okay.
he's just actively committing to not being helpful.
Well, at that point, I would just say, kick him off the realm and be like, all right, go start your own if you want to do this shit.
I've thought about it. We got damn close yesterday.
I'll take a spot.
I've thought about vouching for you. I don't know
I
your
don't.
interest.
Here's the problem. I don't play enough Minecraft. Like I would play, for like a day for 8 hours, and then I would never touch it for months. So I'm pretty much useless.
Yeah.
That's why I just start my own worlds and just do my own thing. Because
Yeah, we all got very lucky on this realm that my friend who bought the realm, he went and he did like all of the hard shit. So he made sure, like, he went and he mined a bunch of things, he dug out a mine shaft, he set up a bunch of things, and then like we all came in and just added to it.
yeah, no, see that's good. I enjoy the collective of
It's been a lot of fun.
servers like that. But yeah, I was gonna try to argue for this guy, but he pretty much like
He
made
sold
his own
himself up
bed.
the river. Yeah,
Yeah.
He made his own thing, but
It's unfortunate.
he's
Um,
not a bad person. He's a lot of fun to hang out with most of the time. Just some of the things he does are a little irksome.
uh,
All I'm gonna say on
um, hey, that's fine. Here's another good uncle story for you.
that. Ooh,
Uh,
ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I may have told you this one, but podcast land hasn't heard it. So my uncle, on top of being a very large individual, also had a
Based on that last story, I'd assume so.
also had a loved his gambling, loved his Indian casinos, and there was one in California specifically when we were living there, Thunder Valley, which he went to all the fucking time. And I don't want to say he was a bad gambler, but he definitely had a gambling problem. To the point where we went there. He was like, "Hey, I want to take you guys all out to dinner at the casino." All right, we get there. So it's me, it's my mom, it's my stepdad, and him. Four of us. We go to the steakhouse
'Cause-
in the casino.
Because casinos usually have pretty good food for really cheap. Because they don't
Yeah,
make
they-
their money on the food.
Well, that and a lot of times they'll attract more higher end eating establishments as well. And the steakhouse was no exception. It was a very nice steakhouse. Everything was extremely expensive there. The big thing was he was like, "Hey, the meal's on me. Don't worry about it." And I would say this was probably like the meal for four of us was probably in the realm of at least $200.
Sounds about.
And-
That's at a steakhouse. That sounds about right.
And the whole thing was comped. He didn't have to pay a single day. It was all comped. Like, and here's the kicker: we're walking through this place. He's saying hi to dealers. They're saying hi to him. Wait staff. At this point, my stepdad goes, "Wow, I wonder if he knows who the janitorial staff is too," because it was like he knew everybody. So it was like, "Wow, okay, you are coming here a fucking ton. If you know everybody." So I was not 18 at the time.
So you could not
So
partake in the festivities.
I could not partake in gambling. The most I could do was watch from like 20, 30 feet fucking
Yep.
away. So I'm just like, this is okay. Dinner's over. Mom and dad, they're going to go spend like $20 on the slots. My uncle's like, "Oh yeah, let's go do that." I'm fucking like over here, like, all right, I'm bored shitless now. They
There's-
get done, they
They
lose
didn't even
their
have
money,
a fucking
whatever.
arcade.
I think they may have, but I was just like, I don't want to fucking play in an arcade. So they lose their money. They're like, all right, yeah, let's get out of here now. It's like we had our food, we had our fun, let's get out. But my uncle, he felt the need to chat up this waitress that he was really chatting on. And I'm just like, all right, I'm fucking done with this. I go over to him, because I'm a big person too, so we kind of were similar in a sense. And I go over there, and I pat him on the shoulder, and I tug on his shoulder. I'm like, "Dad, can we go? We've been here for hours." And he fucking, I shit you not, he has this look on his face like, "I'm gonna fucking murder you." And this waitress is like, "Oh, I need to go," and she gets out of there. And fucking dying laughing. I am dying laughing. And he's like, God damn, he's like, you little piece of shit. He starts kind of going off on me as we get back there. And I fucking tell them what I did, and they start fucking laughing, dying laughing. And it was still one of the best times where it was just like, I fucking got you. You know, just like perfect. It was fantastic. But yeah, that was the casino, which, man, that leads to a whole other thing. Like, oh man, gambling addiction is no joke, kids. You should never gamble, or at least get addicted to it. I don't understand casinos and gambling. It's weird. It's like I know the odds, so I'm like, these are. Why would you do this? That is just a terrible decision. So, yeah, it was a fun time though. I'll tell you what, a pretty good steak too. I enjoyed the steak. And definitely getting one back on him. Dad, can we go? We've been here for hours. Oh man,
that's good shit. I
will never forget that.
I've gone to a casino a few times.
Yeah.
And it's anytime I've gone where my intent is not to go to the casino and gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've just like the first time I ever went, I was just hanging out with a friend in La Center.
Yeah.
And he happened to live within walking distance of the casinos. So
which one? Which one did you go to?
It was I don't even remember. It was just one of the like there's the whole like three of them that are all right next to each other.
Yeah.
So we just went
a little strip of
right. Yeah.
Casinos.
So we just went to what I think it was the Lucky Eagle or whatever. Or I don't even know the names of the ones that are up there, but we ended up going and I ended up no, that wasn't that time. I went and like it burned like $20 and it was fine. Whatever. Yeah. Like I set a budget for myself. Then there was another time. It was actually that's right. We did actually go with the intention of, hey, let's go to La Center, hit the casinos, we'll see what's up. So we all go in and like I hopped on a blackjack table with a couple of my buddies. I go in and I'm betting pretty conservatively. Yeah. Nothing too crazy, getting a couple bucks here and there and eventually. But my friend over there, he's on a fucking hot streak. He works his way up to like he put in $20. He works his way up to like $400. Goes bets it all away. He worked his way up to $400 and then just lost it all.
Yeah. But I mean
in the end he only lost $20.
Exactly.
So
he walks he was like, oh shit, I need to put more in. I need to get it back.
Right. He walks away and then I hit a hot streak and I walked away with $250.
There you go.
On top of the 20 I put in.
So it's great. That's good stuff.
And like there was another time where I went and I was just like I don't remember why, but I wanted to try and make a suit of armor out of cards. So I was like, an easy way to get playing cards for cheap is to go up to the casino. So I ran up to the casino, grabbed a couple grabbed like 5 decks of cards, whatever. And then I was like, hey, while I'm up here, I'll just hop on blackjack for a little bit. I hop on a table, hit a hot streak, walked away with like $200. And it was to the point where it was like, I'm sitting there and I've got like 4 people standing behind me waiting to sit at the table. Because I'm the only one at the table at this point. And it's just me and the dealer and I'm just going and I'm just raking it in. And then I finally lose and I had like one of the dudes, he's like, you lost? And I was like, yeah, cool. And they all just sat down because they didn't want to fuck up my hot streak.
Yeah, no, hey, that's one thing, man. Gamblers, dude, they like latch on to the supernatural that is fucking betting and luck and the superstitious. Oh my god.
I just watched Twin Peaks The Return.
Yeah.
Season 3, which came out like in 2017, 25 years after the show stopped.
Yeah.
And one of the scenes in the early episodes is Cooper, the main character, he's out, but he came out in like Las Vegas. At the end of the second season, he gets lost in the Black Lodge, a separate dimension. He ends up getting out of the Black Lodge in Las Vegas instead of Twin Peaks.
Oh shit! Spoilers for anybody who doesn't know these things.
Whatever. But he ends up going into a casino, or like he was like body doubled by the original guy who came out in his stead at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
So like a version of him came out that was evil Cooper.
Did he have a goatee?
No, but he did end up having long hair by the new season. But he ended up coming out, and then he duplicated himself to be in Las Vegas. And when it was time to switch back for evil Cooper to go back into the Black Lodge and good Cooper to come back, because that duplicate was out, the duplicate got sent back, and the evil one was still out in the world.
Oh shit!
So he comes out, and like the dude was cheating on his wife with he like just finished up with a hooker.
Yes, that is the perfect time.
So he comes out in a complete change of clothes. He's wearing a full like FBI suit instead of like the, shitty whatever, Las Vegas grifter type clothes.
Oh yeah. That's funny.
And then like she takes him, she just drops him at a casino, gives him $5, and she's like, "Go find help." But he's all like, his brain's all fucked up because he didn't swap properly.
Right.
So his brain's all fucked up. So he's going, and he's just like, "Ask for help," and he's just like holds out the call for help, and he just holds out the $5 at the he's like in the back, and he starts wandering back that way. He's like, "Sir, change? You're gonna need some change. Change." And he wanders over to change his $5 out, and he's just like, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh, what do you want to play? Call for help." She changes out the $5, and then like he starts wandering around, and he sees like this flame above a slot machine.
Yeah.
Or he watches somebody do the slot machine thing. And he looks over, and he sees this flame above a slot machine, and he looks over, and he sits down at it. He puts the quarter in, and like the guy happened to win that he watched, and the dude was like, "Hello," did this whole big thing. Like he made a whole big thing of it. So he sits down, puts the quarter in, "Hello," jackpot.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
And then like he just goes on this jackpot rampage to this point where he's got this little old lady following him, just like, "Mr. Jackpots, what's a good one?" And he kind of looks around, points, she runs off, jackpot.
Wow. I wish it was that easy to win.
Right?
Jeez.
He ends up winning like $450,000 from this casino on slots.
Oh my god.
They send him away with a bag. The wife is like, "You've been gone for 3 days. Where the fuck have you been?" Because he goes back to his house. He finds somebody who knew the guy he replaced.
Yeah.
And like he ends up going like it just those scenes are so fantastic because it showcases Kyle MacLachlan's talent to just be in these situations of just like basically silent and wordless and just like vaguely repeating things occasionally, and then things just work out for him as he goes. Like he gets shit on at work because the guy was an insurance adjuster, so he gets like shit on at work, and he's like, "Oh, you're slacking off and you need to do all of these," and he goes in and he just makes all these like childlike scribbles on it, but like with vague, like he looks down and he sees like pinpricks on the page, like some sort of coked out synesthesia. And he starts, making marks on the page, but it's all just childlike scribbles.
Yeah.
And then he finally takes it and he looks back at it and the guy starts thumbing through all of the stuff. And he's just like, "Dude, you found something huge. You found something big." And it ends up that like there was this casino, these 2 casino owners that owned the casino he won all the money from.
Yeah.
That had filed a claim like one of their casinos burned down. So they
Oh,
filed a
shit.
claim. There was another insurance adjuster who was like, no, it was arson. You don't get your money. But then
Oh.
because of all that paperwork that he did, it ended up was an actual legit thing. So the insurance company had to pay out $30 million.
Oh shit.
And like the casino guys were set to like take him out into the middle of the desert and kill him. And they go out and they meet him, and it was Jim Belushi is one of the casino owners, and the dude's
Yeah.
like, something's not right. Like I had a dream last night, and if there's he's holding a box, and if there's a very specific thing in that box, we can't kill him.
Let me guess.
That thing was in the box. They didn't kill him.
The
They
thing
get
was
their
in the
$30 million, and they just buy him everything. And like they come in and they're dancing, and he's doing his little like it was those parts were really good. The rest of that season didn't need to exist. That whole season could have been like half as long.
So it pulled a Dexter. Is what you're
It's a
trying to tell
David Lynch production.
me. Oh god.
Yeah. Like
Oh.
Twin Peaks was David Lynch's big break.
Yeah.
And the first 2 seasons are like, someone described it perfectly. The first 2 seasons are like 30% crime drama, 30% soap opera, 30% like sci-fi mystery sort of thing. Season 3 is 70% sci-fi mystery thriller, 30% or 29% murder mystery, 1% soap opera. And it's basically like, if you're not a diehard David Lynch fan, you probably won't really like season 3. And I would agree with that. It could have been a lot better. It could have tied things up a lot more. It really just posed more questions than it answered. And there were a few things where I just went like, well, why did that happen? And then I thought about it for a little bit in the context of the show and actually was able to answer my questions. So you have to, it's, if you're a fan of the first 2 seasons that came out in the early 90s,
Yeah.
you have to really think introspectively about what you're seeing in the 3rd season, and you'll be able to answer the questions. So it's like you see this thing and you're like, but why did that happen the way it did? And then you think about it and go, oh, because of all of these. So you actually have to take into account what happened in the first season. Like there were a few things where it's like, well, there's all this like weird. There's one point where like in the hotel, like the hotel owner keeps hearing this weird noise in his hotel, and then you just watch a few more episodes and it actually explains what the fuck that noise was. You just don't really understand it until then.
Huh.
It's bizarre. It's weird. There was one episode where literally half the episode was just bizarro land. It gets to a certain point in the story, cuts, and then just goes back to something.
Just goes back to something.
Like it suddenly is New Mexico in 1950 or 1945, and then you see a nuke go off, and then just snowballs from there.
Huh. Futurama did that.
Futurama did it better.
That is accurate because then we find out that Fry is his own father. So
Exactly. This didn't actually produce anything. This didn't explain anything. It kind of explained something, but again, it's like
Hey.
It's not bad. It's not terrible. Lynch has said that he might, if he does a season 4, it won't be before 2021. So keep your ears peeled. I guess we'll see. It dropped on a cliffhanger. Hopefully there's a 4th season.
Oh no!
Right?
Dude, I hate when shows do that.
It
shit.
dropped on a fucking cliffhanger after 18 episodes. Twice as long as it.
18?
18 episodes. It was originally slated for 9.
Oh my god!
And then
What?
it was originally slated for 9, and it actually reached a point where David Lynch was like, "I'm not going to direct the show because they're not giving me the budget I need to do what I want with the show."
Yeah.
So they literally
Yeah.
just went, "We will funnel you money, do what you want," and they did, and he did.
Nice.
So
That's
it was
cool.
when he came back, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, it's not going to be 9 episodes. It's going to be 18."
Man, that's crazy. That is a lot of episodes. They're all hour each, right?
Oh, some longer.
Shit. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking episodes. But hey, at least they did, more episodes than they probably really needed. Unlike some writers who try to speed through the last season as quick as possible.
Well,
Destroy
and
character arcs.
That's its own thing.
Oh yeah. But hey, at least people saw that and we're like,
I'm very
never
glad
mind,
that
we're gonna cancel our project that we had slated with you because
Yeah.
oh boy,
I'm glad that happened.
I am too. Now we have the
Because their
Mandalorian,
name
so-
has become poison.
Oh yeah. No, it has. Yeah.
Because of
Which
oh no, absolutely. That's
Yeah,
how it needed to go. Because of how
if-
bad season 8 of Game of Thrones ended, that
Yeah.
really needed to tarnish their careers because that's
I
what
mean,
it did. They basically
was a
said
kick.
we don't care about all this build up. We just want to work on the next thing.
Yep.
Fuck
They
you,
said it
fan
was
base.
like their prison. They said it was like their prison sentence. It was like, what the fuck? You
They-
guys are making stupid amounts of money.
HBO was willing to print money for them. They'll like,
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
give you
HBO
anything.
wrote
It's
them a
their
blank
it's-
check.
Yeah, literally. It's their like it was the most popular show. It's like, no, we need this to be good to maintain
Yeah.
subscribers. And that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. The whole HBO Max deal. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I saw that.
That-
That's fantastic.
Right? That's great. That's
That's a pirate's wet dream.
I
dude.
know, right?
Like,
Because it's only in the United States. And that's what I was going to point
Yeah.
out. It was like, oh man, pirates are going to go nuts.
oh, dude, was happy to see that because now I'm like, cool. I don't have to go to a theater. I don't have to wait for good copies.
Right?
It's just as soon as it's released, I'll be able to go to where I need to go and be like, all right,
Starting
cool.
this Christmas, Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah,
What-
which I'm on the fence. I don't know. The previews don't do much for me on that one, which is sad because I enjoyed the first one.
The
I
first
thought
one,
the
the
first
first
movie
one was the
was good.
least awful of all the DC movies.
Yeah. No, I think that it made me think, okay, DC, you're doing something right.
And then
And then
they
they
did
came out with Justice
everything.
League,
And then they
and-
did everything wrong.
Yeah.
At least
Uh,
I will say Aquaman is watchable. It is It's don't expect a lot. It's entertaining. It's fun. It has good action sequences. The
I've
CGI
gotta
looks
be-
fine. Jason Momoa is a snack.
I did not like that movie. I mean,
Oh, it's not good by any stretch of the imagination.
it really isn't, and I don't know. I
found it
oof.
entertaining. As
I
a
wish
as a
I could
movie,
have.
it's bad. But at
Yeah.
least it's entertaining. It has reasonably decent action sequences. It has reasonably decent fight choreography. The story exists.
Yeah, I mean, okay. That movie. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't as bad as some other films that DC has come out with.
Like Batman versus Superman.
Oh my God, our moms share the same name. Oh God, that was such a
It's
bad
they-
movie.
Like one of the YouTubers I follow just released is like, here's why I think Batman versus Superman is the worst superhero movie of all time.
Well, the only good that came out of that movie was Deadpool 2 and all the great lines of
It had
is
there's
your mother named Martha too? Like,
it
I mean,
points
come on.
it points he pointed out that there is one sequence. There's like a 5-minute sequence toward the end that could basically just be cut out and called a Batman short film. That would be fantastic. Because it's that amazing. Batman is just, he went into the thing and he just goes and he beats the shit out of a bunch of dudes. He's not killing anybody. He's not. It's like he just goes through one of the sequences is like, because I guess Zack Snyder was like, well, he's not directly killing these people, so it's not him. It's like, no, he's causing events that are getting people killed. That is not Batman. And so he goes through like one of the car chase sequences and he's like, those dudes are dead. That guy is dead. That guy is definitely dead. And then a truck fucking falls on him. It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My biggest issue, I think, with that movie is the fact that they killed Doomsday. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, you need him for character development and other shit.
Never mind the fact that, you know, the characterization of Superman in both Superman versus Batman and Man of Steel is just bad.
Yeah,
because
it wasn't great.
the way he described Man of Steel is like he goes through all of these things, discovers he has these superpowers, and then it's the final fight sequence. You never get to see him being a superhero. We never get to care about him being a superhero. We never even get to give a shit about Lois Lane. Why is Lois Lane important in these movies? She's not. She's not even important to the fact, like, they're not even making her a woman in a fridge for Superman in these. She doesn't need to be there. Because they don't utilize her. They, like...
That's what DC does.
Snyder
DC
tried to use her as like this example of like, I'm a strong, independent, investigative, woman with an investigative reporter. But they never gave us a reason to care.
Yeah.
They just put her in these situations that happen to be, and then like the first time Lois Lane and Superman interact with each other in Man of Steel, he's literally cauterizing a wound with his laser vision. And she's screaming in pain. But they're in love now, I guess.
Laser eyes are a hell of a drug.
I already don't like Superman just because he's boring as shit. But then they took the movies of an already character and made him bad.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, if you approached it properly, you could make Superman more interesting. I mean, yes, he is... basically every power check, no real weakness check.
Oh yeah, his superpower is plot armor.
But I mean, here's the kicker. You could go at it from a more like mental perspective of like he knows he's these things, but at the same time, does he really want to be these things? Like, or does he just want to be the normal guy? Like,
yeah,
there's so many good ways you could approach it.
Exactly, and they don't, because this is Zack Snyder we're talking about. He's got all the subtlety of a dump truck.
Yeah, which is why I realistically don't think his cut of the Justice League is going to be
it's
great.
Going to be a dumpster fire, and I want to see it. Because I watched the one they released. That was bad.
I don't get... Okay, Marvel literally laid the groundwork for DC to be like, hey, we should copy-paste that and follow that.
But then they try and just make their own thing, and it's bad.
It's like, okay, I get it. We've had a Superman movie. There's a billion fucking Batman movies. We don't need characters.
At least they're not beating us over the head with Batman's backstory anymore.
Yeah. The new one, I don't know if the new one will.
The new one's just baby Batman. We know the story.
Yeah.
And
so I touch on it too much.
Because that's something that DC's actually taking a page out of Marvel's book. Because they did that with Spider-Man. They didn't shove Spider-Man's origin story down our throat again. Thank God.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, though. That was Sony. I mean, we can't really compare Sony Pictures to, that. Although, well, I don't know. Would Marvel actually throw Uncle Ben back out there?
No.
That's a different question.
Well, because in the universe, it's all past. In the universe, he'd been Spider-Man for a while.
Yeah.
So they're not going to give us any Uncle Ben because it's not actually important to the story because we know what the fuck happened to Uncle Ben.
Yeah, he got shot.
And we also know what happened to Thomas and Martha Wayne. They got shot.
Yeah, they got shot. But I think they will actually bring up the past, at least with them, because I think they're going to draw out the fact that the Waynes weren't as great of people as they were made out to be. So
Oh, in the Batman.
they're going to
Yeah.
dredge up their actual shitty past, which I'm all for, because that's something that never gets brought up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it
so-
came up in Gotham, but who cares?
And it came up in the Telltale games as well,
Oh, okay.
the Batman Telltale, which that was actually pretty good.
I've heard those
Not
are good.
gonna lie.
I don't like that style of game.
Yeah, it's I mean, if you don't approach it like you're playing a game, I approached it more like I was going to watch a movie, more of like an interactive movie, and it was a lot better.
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't approach it like I was playing a game, and I think that's why I actually liked it, because I was like, oh, where's the story going to go now? So that saved it for me. Plus, those were really easy achievements to get and get platinum trophies on my PlayStation. So yeah, I was like, cool, I just have to play the game. Fuck yeah, let's do this.
Because I did finish The Wolf Among Us. I did really enjoy that one, and that actually got me reading the comic books that game is based on, which are fantastic.
Oh yeah, everybody loves those. I don't think
The
anybody
Fable
dislikes
comic books are amazing.
them. Yeah, I've
Like
heard great things.
everybody talks about, well, like there's the whole Once Upon a Time, which is like which is
Jesus.
like fairy tale characters in the modern age. No. Fables paved the way for that shit, and Fables did it right.
Yeah. Oh man, speaking of Fable, I can't wait for that new one.
Do you think that'll be any good?
I hope so. Well, here's the thing. I don't think Molyneux's anywhere near it, so
Fair.
it'll probably be good.
Fair.
So, as long as, because it's being done by Microsoft Studios, right?
Yeah.
It's one of theirs. So
Well, it's not a launch title because it would be out already. But
oh
it's,
no.
I think it's
I think
next year.
I think we're gonna see it in 2022. I don't even think it's next year. I don't, because they didn't give any kind of time frame on it. I don't believe.
Didn't they? Because they did that for Darktide. Because Darktide is slated to come out 2021. That's the Warhammer.
Which, oh yeah,
the Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, but that's been
Vermintide.
I think Fable right now is more in the realm of Elder Scrolls. Like, they really don't have a set date, but I'm thinking they're gonna hope to get it out by 2022.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm probably reaching here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lined up the release of Darktide with the release of the new Death Guard Codex that's coming out next month. That might be
January.
Yeah.
That seems a bit early.
That's where I'm like, it seems a bit early, but that would be really good marketing for them, because they showed that what you're going to be fighting is the Nurgle army,
Yeah.
is Nurgle demons and Poxwalkers. So it's like, that could be a good little tie-in, because Games Workshop really likes to have their hands in their IP. Games Workshop really
maybe.
likes to have their control over their IP. And it really sucked because I saw a post on our Warhammer 40K today. It was literally a dude, he'd bought his first set of Death Guard Death Guard Plague Marines, Poxwalkers paint, and the old Codex that's going to be replaced in a month.
Oh my god.
And everyone was like, bro, the dude at the, like, if you bought that, because he obviously bought it at the Games Workshop store, because it had like the little Games Workshop paint carrier.
Yeah.
I was like, the dude should have told you that was about to be replaced. Like, he should have said something,
Yeah. That's just rude.
right?
Man. That was probably somebody who just wanted to make that sale.
Like, I guess it's most Games Workshop employees are good about that, but there are some who are just offload all the old shit.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, this is our longest podcast, by the way.
So far, yeah.
What are we at? Like almost 2 hours?
150? 149?
Look at that. It's good stuff.
It's gonna be so much of a pain in the ass to edit and drag all those other scenes over on the timeline.
Terrible.
It's gonna take a
Difficult.
whole 15 more seconds.
Oh my gosh. It's horrible. Actually, but you know, I really hope the new Fable's good. As long as they give us the option of choice, like real choice. Because we're at a point now where I think they could realize what Peter Molyneux wanted to do way back with the first one and just give you like limitless choices.
You're
I
gonna hate me for this, but the only Fable game I played is 3.
I know. You and Jacob. I've only played 3 and I fucking hate that fact.
Because the only reason I wouldn't have gotten it for myself. The only reason I played 3 is because it came with my Xbox 360.
Yeah, it came with every Xbox 360
'Cause
because
they
they
just
were like,
wanted
we
that.
can't fucking sell it.
Yeah, it came with that, and I got the digital download of Halo Reach.
That was a good game.
And
I liked Reach.
I still have that Xbox.
Dude, you should keep it. It's like vintage now.
I have no intention of getting rid of it.
Good. Man, that makes me think I should buy you Fable Lost Chapters on Steam. So
Birthday's
you can at
coming up.
least experience the first one.
Birthday.
Unfortunately, you'd have to buy like an Xbox One and get Game Pass to get the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the only way
They
to do
never
it?
Yeah, well they never ported it to PC and it only came out on the 360, but it's playable on the one through Game Pass. So.
Or PC through the Game Pass.
I don't even think you can get it on PC through Game Pass.
Really? I'd be
Yeah, because
surprised.
it never came to PC, so there was no reason for it to be on Game
Right,
Pass
but
for
if
PC.
you have, but that's the thing is they through Game Pass because it's just a game streaming.
Oh, can you then?
I think so.
Mm, hold on, now I'm looking. All right, Game Pass, come on. Make with the thing. Um, I'm not seeing it.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, I think I don't think they. Although you can stream stuff, I don't think. Is that just for mobile or is it also for PC?
I'd be surprised if it wasn't on PC.
It might just be for like your TV, your phone, shit like that. Not necessarily for PC.
Well, that's lame.
Technically, yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's not here. Oh, that's sad. That's all right. I'll get you the first one on Steam
Oh, appreciate it.
because that's worth a play. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks like crap, but the story's still there. The choices are still there, and it's still a good game. I still really like that game.
It's gonna be a
Fav-
minute. It's gonna be a minute before I play anything other than Cyberpunk once that comes
Oh,
out.
I know. Dude, I still don't know what I'm gonna do. in that game.
Everybody I know is hyped for Cyberpunk.
I'm thinking about doing a Nomad playthrough and then trying to go at it in a Deus Ex way, being like stealth and hacking and shit.
I'm just gonna see where it takes me.
But yeah, I mean that's my plan, but it's like I don't know if that's what I'm gonna do or not.
I'm not
I'm just
planning anything. I'm just gonna see what grabs my fancy, look at the skill trees, and go from there.
yeah. I don't know. I like stealth gameplay. I mean, I love stealth games. Like the first Splinter Cell game, still one of the best stealth
Oh,
games.
fantastic stealth.
Like-
The whole Splinter Cell series, I loved them.
Yeah, I love stealth games, and I wish companies would do more stealth games.
Proper
But-
stealth action.
Yeah, proper stealth action. You know, none of this shit where you can get away with, oh no, you know,
They even killed it with like Metal Gear Solid 5.
yeah, because I mean, if you don't do something stealthy, you really will fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But still, at the
That's-
same time,
that's
you
like
get to a point in that game where you're just kind of like, okay, I can just fucking kill everything.
Exactly. But like
Yeah.
in the Splinter Cell games is like you have to be very calculated with everything you do.
Yep, which is what I loved about it. Like, you've got to monitor your light, you've got to monitor your sound, you've got to monitor everything, like rules of engagement, fucking everything. And that's why that game was awesome. Which actually,
The-
there's a rumor there might be a new one coming.
I hope they do it right. Because I haven't played Blacklist yet.
I have not either. I'm trying to remember where I fell off with that series.
The last one I played all the way through was Double Agent, and that was bad.
Yeah, that was the bad one.
Or I played a bit of Conviction, because that's the one after Double Agent.
Uh-huh.
And that one is more urban
Palatable.
stealth. Urban stealth. So it introduced a lot more interesting mechanics
Oh, okay.
that were more it was a different type of gameplay. It was more blending in with your surroundings, blending in with other people, trying to just eavesdrop on different conversations instead of sneaking around in the dark trying to steal intel.
Ah, okay.
Because
Interesting. I don't know.
it's you recovering your name after Double Agent.
Yeah,
Because you're still a wanted man by the U.S. government.
yeah. I mean, if it follows anything close to the books, then I've read all the books.
I've read
Those
a
were
couple
good
of
books,
books.
too.
I've read a few.
Those were good books. I enjoyed them.
I'm remembering now that I was trying to get to the Games Workshop store today because the new free model is out. We're open till
Well, then-
7:30.
Better call it then. I mean, we're at 2 hours. It's like longer than our.
So it's just about.
Yeah. We
I
could
don't-
even be like an asshole and cut it off and do a two-parter, an hour episode each, and sound like it to be, end the first one with a to be continued next week. So if people actually care, they'll be like, "Oh my god,
Right?
what is this?"
Right?
And they'll be like, "Oh wow, this is just more useless rambling."
So I
about things that don't
I
care about."
actually have the fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to be
Really?
continued music.
How quickly would that get copyright claimed? That's the real question. Yeah. Ugh, DMCA. Fucking music industry.
I mean
Oh, man.
the whole song itself is actually pretty great. Song is called
yeah.
Roundabout by Yes.
Yeah,
For those of you who didn't know, get on it.
that is a good song. I guess I could, you know what I should do? I should make a very similar song to that. But, just enough changes so I can get away without getting it DMCA.
Just a slightly different bass riff, just a do 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 do.
Yeah, there you go. Could do something. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can figure that out, and then
Hell
maybe
yeah.
throw that in somewhere. That'd be funny. Should we call it?
I think we should call it. Let's save
I think we've
let's save going
exhausted-
over 2 hours for something special. This is just
like a live show
yeah. Yeah.
when we have our millions of viewers,
Right.
and we can take like phone calls and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're like actually in a studio.
Right?
Yeah,
Instead
this will
of-
be in 10 years from now.
Right. All right.
Maybe.
Well, it's been a good one. Well,
Wait,
dude,
hold on.
dude, you're
the outro.
bro.
Hold on, the outro. Do I do the thing or do we?
Oh
do
my
I just
God.
Start doing something.
Oh my
different?
god. You can't stall like this. We're not hitting 2 hours yet. Dude, we got fucking a minute and a half. We can't do this.
All right, fine. We'll call it. We're good.
Thank you guys for watching. It's been a
Catch
ride.
you on the next one.
We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.